Hey guys, this is Southern Productions, aka NN4673, and I'm back in Crimson Refflesia Part 6, Demo. I always forget it's the demo. Damn me. Yeah, I am interested in this game, so I'm uploading videos faster than the lightning. Before I start, I was just thinking about how many illustrations there, or CGs, there are in just the beginning of this. There are extremely many. I don't know if you was paying attention to that. And as an, well, bad but still an artist nonetheless, I guess, amateur artist, I do know how long it takes to just make one drawing on computer. I mean, it has to sketch it, you have to make the line work, you have to color it, shadows, lighting, everything, and it takes a long time, so I'm really impressed by this many CGs. And look at that line work, it's really smooth. Anyway, I'm just rambling, so let's just go on with this. I will go on. She just keeps laughing, crying. I knew it! I knew you were going to take everything away from me no matter what. First Linda, then Sis and Lauren. Now Dad and Henry too. Fine, sure, Raylene. You win. She continues laughing, that shrill, deafening laughter. And then all of a sudden she stops. Silence range for 5 whole seconds. Then she grabs her head, her eyes wide. And then she screams. An ear-splitting, murderous scream. Poor maid. She's just standing there. Eric Faraday is in a foul mood. Well, yeah, of course. He just realized that this girl he was teaching stuff is an even bigger monster than he thought in the beginning. Henry Lenore, the man he shot, disappeared from the ambulance before the ambulance could reach the scene. That means he's most definitely still alive, and God knows just what he will do. Oh, so that's why he's in such a bad mood. I'm pretty happy that Henry is alive, though. I feel like I'm on the wrong side. I don't really like this Eric guy or this show Raylene. They both seem pretty evil. Apart from that, his most trusted chauffeur, I don't know how to say that in English, Richard Bailey, was attacked. Thankfully, he's been sent to the hospital and should be alright. Nevertheless, Eric wants to see that the preparator is punished, and someone just has to interfere. Are you kidding me, Sho? You tell me. Sho continues to sit here absent-mindedly painting her picture without even looking at him, while Eric taps his forehead in irritation. Stop what you're doing when somebody is talking to you, please. She obeys and places her palette and paintbrush gently on the easel tray. I say you're kidding. Why are you stopping me, for Pete's sake? Honestly, this case in Voltaire is out for your blood, Missy. Any normal person would want him removed immediately, but you. Eric Faraday just cannot understand the queer whims of this girl standing right before him. There she stands, in all her startling unpredictability. There we go. Her strange, messily cropped hair, long strands of white hanging all the way to her knees. Red eyes, pale hair, pale skin, black jacket. Before him stands the contrasting red, black, white that is Raylene. I don't need your help, old man. A sly smirk plays around her lips. I don't need you to hunt Case and Voltaire down for me. Eric feels a chill. She speaks as if she's declining his favor, but he can clearly feel the threat behind her words. I've read that sex says if Eric Faraday dares to do anything about Case and Voltaire, he will regret it. Painfully. Sure, Raylene has never gone against orders ever since the day Eric Faraday recruited her. That's what made her such a valuable asset to the Refflesia. Until now. Eric grits his teeth, slightly furious. You're mad. It took you long enough. I don't quite understand, young lady. I don't quite understand you either, young man. Old man. Tell me. Case on Voltaire is but one man. What can one man possibly do? That's what all evil overlords say, and they always get their bottoms kicked. Listen to my argument. Shouldn't you focus more on resources to eliminating greater threats like the National Liberation Front rather than a lone man like Case and Voltaire? I suppose that makes sense. Anyway, Case and Voltaire isn't after you. He's after me. So leave him to me. He's mine. Oh shit. A frozen smile lingers as the face of Eric Faraday as he tenses. And anyway, I told you that you should have made sure that Henry Leonore was dead. She puts a finger on her lip thoughtfully, thinking back to the young butler who Eric shot a few days ago. Apparently, the police could not find a body. Henry Leonore has survived and possibly escaped. And if he's still alive, and as we speak, then... Whoa, Eric, your aim is terrible. Do you go to the Imperial Stormtrooper Markship Academy by any chance? Thanks. Well, what's done is done. You're being way too relaxed about the whole thing, young lady. Don't you understand the situation you're in? If I get into trouble, I still have my connections to back myself up. You, however, do not have such privilege. You'll immediately get caught in the crossfire. At that time, I'm sure I'll enjoy watching that Case and Voltaire humiliate you. We'll see, Eric Faraday. We'll see. Oh, and just in case you haven't heard, Eric clicks his tongue and cranks up the tape recording of the radio he made earlier. We interrupt this program to bring you breaking news. The head of the Parison group, Hef Parison, and that of his rival family, Robert Goldstein, has been found dead. The cause of the death cannot be identified, as it appears that the bodies have reached such a late stage of decomposition that most of the skin and organs have been liquefied. However, the witnesses have testified that they could not possibly have been dead for long, as both men were sighted alive as well earlier this morning. We can only presume that this case is linked to the mass murder a year ago. That means that either the culprit from that case is still alive, or a killer with similar abilities has appeared. So what? They noticed. I didn't expect them not to. This is going to rip out the country once again, Cheryl. I hope you're happy. I told you, Cheryl, if you keep insisting that things can be done your way. Fine, I'm sorry. What? I said I'm sorry. You don't look sorry. I spent all that time and effort trying to keep this country running. What are you, a kid? Go somewhere and reflect on what you've done, alright? Yes, sir. He closes his eyes, massaging his temple, sighing. The door slams shut. Staring at the door, Eric clicks his tongue. Seriously, that girl. With that, he plops himself back into a lush armchair and closes his eyes. He's tired, very tired. It's 3 in the afternoon. He's not an afternoon person, and he hates distractions. He hates it all. Things not going according to plan, things messed up at the slightest provocation. All that happened a few days ago was too much like a nightmare. It made no sense. The limousine which Richard drove was a sturdy one. How could a simple knife... Heat, huh? Of course that attacker named Cason Voltaire heated the knife up. But then, how could it travel so fast? The young man was no normal boy, that was for sure. Just like show, huh? It strikes him like a bell. Pyrokinesis. That man was the same as Show really. He too had strange abilities that nobody could understand. And that was certainly something along the lines of heat manipulation, or simply put the ability to control fire. Sighing again, Eric groans. This makes no sense. Cason Voltaire runs into the room, breathing heavily. The floor he trudges on leaves a small cloud of steam. He can't help it. The fire within him is too strong. Quickly, he opens the refrigerator and takes out a glass of ice-cold water. He doesn't drink. Instead, he quickly transfers the heat of his burning frustration into that cold water and watches it evaporates into thin air. Much better. He always keeps a stock of cold water handy in case he sets something on fire without it. With that, he slumps onto the sofa. Now, time for business. A stack of newspaper clippings lie on the dusty couch. Oh, it's the doppelganger music again. One glance can already tell that they have been left there for quite a while. Cason walks briskly over to the couch and begins reading the headlines. The way that his well-practiced eyes skim through the sheets show that this is definitely not the first time he has encountered this. He tells himself to relax. Though he is sure that the Wilshire Corporation must be out for his blood right at this moment. They cannot openly put an ad in the paper asking for him without stating the reasons. And explaining the reason will draw suspicion from the public, as there was absolutely no reason for a corporation car to be on the streets, specifically in that area on the night of the crime. Thus, doing so would practically be declaring outright that the case was a Wilshire conspiracy. There's no way they would want that. It would be a better alternative to let Cason Voltaire go free than to trigger even more public distrust. Cason himself knows that full well. 10 years ago, couples' purified bodies found, yet colleagues claimed to have seen them hours ago. For a few months, the headlines were similar. Strange, time-betraying phenomenon continues to occur. How do these bodies decompose so fast? Zombie apocalypse? Theories abound. Here the strange murder cases just stopped. Instead, people started disappearing. Cason is pretty sure that they are linked. Perhaps Shirley has gotten smarter, started to hide her traces. That continued for years. Cason can't recall any memories from that time, but he's sure it must have caused an uproar. He himself only woke up, bloodied and bruised, in the hospital 5 years ago. Michaela told him before that the disappearances had ended up by the time he'd woken up, so there was no way he could have kept track of the cases. It's a shame. He pulls out the notes he'd taken from a while back based on these articles. Coming back from the storeroom with a fresh stack of paper, he begins to write. I have to end the episode here. I will see you in the next one. Bye!